thought this was interesting story. And the story, like I just heard CKY frontman or the Alien Ant Farm guy got punched in the face, basically. So here's kind of the skinny from Lambgo. It's Dryden Mitchell, vocalist of Alien Ant Farm, shared a statement on Instagram today, November 9th, detailing that CKY's Chad Ginsburg punched him in the face following an altercation. CKY will not continue on the rest of Alien Ant Farm's UK tour. Mitchell described ongoing issues with Ginsburg, including disruptive behavior towards crew members and other bands throughout European shows. So here's his for people who don't know, CKY is basically Bam Margera's brother's band. Are you into CKY?
I was trying to remember, like, why do I know that name?
I can't remember what it was, but I knew Bam Margera was related to it.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest. I think that's a big reason anyone knows who they are. Like they're not bad. I don't, I think I have one of their albums, but anyway, I thought this was interesting. This is kind of because there's another part to after this, but so it says, sadly, Chad from CKY hasn't figured out how to cohabitate with others after all these years. They will no longer be on the Alien Ant Farm tour through the rest of the UK shows after Chad punched me in the face earlier today. I watched him treat multiple crew members and opening band members like trash through Europe shows and cause general drama around our camp. Before the last Europe shows, I went to Chad and asked if he had any issues with anyone specifically and if he wanted to have a meeting with the whole crew and bands to discuss what's going on. He upended the table in the dressing room and threw his phone and then canceled their show. Today, we still had business things to square away, and I told his manager what a problem Chad was being verbally as well as fucking up the bus with all his messes every day for other people to clean up. Well, he punched me in the face and pretty much ran away like I imagine he'll do for all his future problems. I'm grateful for my sobriety and grateful that I didn't retaliate physically in any way whatsoever. I would love these shows to continue and apologize to all the CKY fans for Chad's behavior. We have zero hard feelings for Jess and Elvis in CKY and are gutted to see them go, but I will never knowingly put myself in volatile situations, so this had to end. After suffering, so then he goes on to talk about his injuries, but he basically says, if you don't, CKY, we hope everyone still wants to come enjoy positive evening with us, including CKY fans. If you don't, we understand. Refunds will be issued accordingly. Stay safe, everybody. And Chad, go to the gym. After that, find a therapist, and maybe 25 years. In 25 years, we can shake hands. Until then, get help. Love, Dryden.
You're welcome. Yet another tour affected by a punch in the face, right?
These guys can't keep their shit together.
They were accused of harassing a journalist. They got dropped by their label, and there were constant rumors of conflict within the band, including even a fist fight on their bus. And so by 2011, their founder, Darren Miller, had quit the band, and they had lost almost all their momentum.
It sounds like to me, and I'm not a fan of either band. I don't know the history, but there's a follow-up to this where this guy, this is the part that I was interested in, because the Ginsburg cat from CKY then tried to accuse the Alien Ant Farm dude of being an anti-Semite, basically. And so this is what I thought. I thought this was interesting as well, because this is what he says. CKY's Chad Ginsburg claims Alien Ant Farm singer charged at him prior to altercation. And so he says, adding on previous statements, CKY's Chad Ginsburg took to Instagram to elaborate on an incident where he punched Alien Ant Farm singer Dryden Mitchell. CKY has since been kicked off the tour. Here's what he said. Nothing wrong with defending yourself from a bad guy if you're attacked or feel truly threatened. So that right there kind of threw me a little bit. Attacked or feel truly threatened. So maybe he felt threatened, so he just punched him in the face. Have no fear and stop the threat however you can. I had to protect myself. It was a split-second reaction to a very angry guy muttering, then yelling at me from 10 feet away, charging me into my personal space, coming at me. He was attacking me. I felt a physical threat, and had I not tried to avoid the attack, I would have been assaulted, for fuck's sake. I could say so much more, but situation sucks for all. I'd like to stop, rather not get into all of it. It's no one's biz. This is not news, as unfortunate as the situation is altogether. Ginsburg has continued to launch attacks against Mitchell on social media with a series of screenshots alleging anti-Semitism and racism from both Mitchell and fans of Alien Ant Farm, which, I mean, this is where it got stupid to me. So he has a picture of a guy calling himself Dryden Mitchell saying the N-word on Instagram, I guess. Like, is that his official account? It doesn't seem like it. But then he also pulled this up. He's like sending these. He's like, look, people called me a Jew, in his things. He's like, these your fans. So like that kind of stuff kind of made me interested in this whole thing, because he's kind of doing that whole like cry bully thing, where he's like, oh, well, he said something that offended me, so I punched him, and he's an anti-Semite. See, look, here's a bunch of screenshots of random people saying things to me that prove he's an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
But anyway, what do you guys think?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of CKY fans that are just as, I don't know. I feel like you got to be a pretty interesting person to be a big fan of them.
That's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, you look at like the Alien Ant Farm guy, he doesn't strike me as the type of guy to just like charge someone and try to fight them.
You got to be a real special asshole to piss that guy off. I mean,
yeah, like, and then the way that the Ginsburg guy kind of followed up with like, look, it's a bunch of anti-Semites. Oh, he attacked me because I'm Jewish or something. It's like, dude, really? This is what you're gonna do?
We're gonna go there. Like, so you preemptively you admit to preemptively striking that you weren't actually being assaulted.
Right. He said the guy charged him.
You decided to strike first, and like I don't know, what did you train at Cobra Kai? I mean,
yeah,
what's going on here, bud?
Yeah, it just is.
Because I know, I would choose to tour with a bunch of anti-Semites.
Like in the first place.
In the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, didn't know they were Jewish. Like, I didn't know they were Jewish.
That's a great point. Like, if they were really like these like anti-Semitic angry people, you would probably know that before the tour started.
Yeah, and maybe you wouldn't be the one getting kicked off the tour.
Exactly.
Well, it's like,
I'm sure they would have been canceled a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like kind of a cowardly way to like hit back at someone, like, oh, well, people sent me anti-Semitic messages after I punched you.
Yeah, there's a lot of shitbags that exist in this world. It's not their fault. It's not their fault.
Also, how do I know that's not like his friends under a fake screen name?
Yeah, or he edited the photo or whatever.
Yeah, or he photoshopped it. It's like, oh, look, Jew hater 559 sent me a bunch of nasty messages.
Screenshot,
yeah. On behalf of Alien Ant Farm, but what?